So I will finish by saying that everything that I talked about was just a taste or a component of the 7 toxicities. And the energetic lecture, I wasn't really sure how I was going to do it. I always do it different. Every time we do it, it's different. But I wanted you guys to have at least an appreciation for that energetic component. I want you to remember that what you feel when you walk into a room is not in your mind. It's not an illusion. It's not in your head. When you get a thought in your head that tells you something, when you're walking into a parking lot and it's dark and people are saying, hey, be careful, don't go in there, but everything's okay, and you can walk in there. That's the creator. That's universal consciousness. That's God telling us everything's fine. Or it could be a lit up parking lot and people, it's lit up, don't worry about it. But something tells you, don't go there. That is that sixth sense that's guiding you. Every one of us has it. You know what the difference is? That in most of us choose not to listen to it. We think it's in our head. If I had that feeling that tells me to walk into this fire, guess what? I will walk into that fire and I have no hesitation because I know that voice has never failed me. The only time I've failed is when I have not listened to that voice. So that is the energetic component. That is part of this thing that we talked about. There's a whole bunch of things, but I told you guys I was going to tell you something about the magnetite. This building is built on a foundation where we brought in magnetite, and we were told to get the best energetics, you want to put so much magnetite per 200 square feet. We put it per 20 square feet. So the amount of magnetite in the foundation of this building is more extensive than any other place right now in the United States. In this building. This building was built a very specific way with principles of Vastu. So there's been a lot of changes going on in our building since we moved in here in the last year and a half, but it's also does anybody know what the Herxheimer's response is? It's a detoxification response. So those that are supposed to be here, there's this resonance, it starts resonating at a different energy. And so in order to make way for the new, a lot of the old things that were wrong or imbalanced need to be eliminated. And I think that's one of the things that we've been going through, and we're very blessed and fortunate for that. So unless there's any other questions, I want to thank you for taking time to come tonight, and I hope that it was worth your time. And there's a couple of resources that I'd like to share with you. First, on the far right. By the way, does anybody know why we have all these flags here? These are all the different countries I've visited, and I've actually enjoyed visiting it. No, actually it's not. Those are flags, right, actually what it says right there, serving patients from the following countries, right? Okay. And it's actually not all of them, right? We have, I think we have to add Kenya to that, right? Okay. But anyway, we probably won't add any more till we have another whole row, so 3, 6, 7, 8. So we have to wait for another 8 countries before. Oh, okay. So on the far right, this free gift. Now, at the Build a Successful Life seminar, there are a couple of people that were subscribed to that, and I asked them what they thought the value of that was. And I had 2 people that told me that it was an invaluable gift because it's literally changed their life from this information. It's absolutely free, but it's audio. It's almost 16 hours of lecture. So if you enjoyed what you heard today, there's a lot of things like that on there, different subjects: cancer, autism, longevity, preventive medicine, politics and medicine. And there's 1 or 2 lectures also by some other colleagues of mine that I have a great deal of respect for. And but most of it's mine. Most of it's. Have you switched Dr. Quinlan stuff? Okay, so we probably need to do that. But it's not designed to do anything. Don't think that it's like a teaser. They're like 10, actually about 15-minute segments, right? 15 minutes roughly. So don't think that if it's a 2-hour lecture, it's a segment that teases you and then you got to buy it. It's not like that. If it's a 2-hour lecture, you get all 2 hours, but you're going to get it in 8 parts. Because if I sent you a 2-hour lecture, would you listen to it? Well, you've listened to me now, you might, but if you just got on the internet, you probably would, you'd download it, but how many people would actually listen to it? I download things all the time because I'm going to do it, and then I never get to it. But 15 minutes, everybody can put 15 minutes. And that's why it's given to you in small, digestible chunks. And it's actually not 34 parts. It's actually, 55 or 60? But it keeps growing. And it's the reason that I did it is because our goal is to make the change the world's waiting for. And I can't do it by myself. So I need to disseminate information, and hopefully you guys will disseminate that information. So it doesn't cost anything except for 30 seconds on the internet to click it, and every week you'll get sent the audio segment. And if you appreciate the information, I would love for you to pass it on, because I'm trying to create that viral effect so people understand and know.